What's going on, everybody? I am back with another WNBA playoffs video. This one going to be breaking it down. We got the semifinals tonight, giving you guys 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks. As always, if you haven't checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out, guys. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking things like the over-under on points, rebounds, assists, points, rebounds, assists, fantasy score, 3-pointers made, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 a day. You can also click my links down below in the description. Go to that link to get that deposit match as well. And if you haven't checked out the premium content packages, I do offer those. If you want to check those out, I do offer WNBA. We got the NFL coming up, college football. I'm going to have all that. And the all-new, shiny VIP member package. That's going to give you access to every single sport, every single pick that I have for every single sport. And the exclusive Discord, you get access to this ticket before I even release it to the public. If there's ever any picks that get bumped, which happens often. Oftentimes I'm up early in the morning, late at night, grinding to give you guys some value on picks before they get the bumps as well. So that's all part of that VIP member package, which I highly recommend you check that out. If you haven't already hit the like button on this video, you should have. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Trying to get to 200 likes on these videos. There's way more than 200 people that like it. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. It really helps. I'm grinding on these, helping you guys out. We got so many sports going on right now, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm going to be trying to cover all of them as much as possible. Keep it going here. Keep the wins going. And let's talk about it. So we got 2 games tonight, 2 phenomenal games. The semifinals have been fantastic. We got a nice little KJK DFS special ticket. Tonight, as I like to call it to my followers. These ladies have won us a lot of money throughout the season. They're names that if you've been watching my content throughout the entire season, you've probably heard lots of times, and you've probably heard my reasoning as to why I've picked them lots of times. But for those of you that are new, we will break it down for you. So let's talk about it. Let's go game by game as we always do. The first game tonight is going to be the Chicago Sky taking on the Connecticut Sun. This game comes in with a 161.5 over-under. It is a 1-point spread in favor of the Connecticut Sun. It's in Connecticut tonight. They are currently behind in the series 2-1. It is a must-win, so they're at home, which is nice for them. However, I have a lot of interest in the Chicago side of things specifically just because of how condensed the usage is. And once again, some players that really stick out to me from a fantasy score aspect that really do contribute in all categories. Pick number 1, we're going to talk about Candace Parker. She's been phenomenal all playoffs long. No surprise. Like I said, we've been targeting her all season long. And why do we target her? Well, it's pretty simple. She contributes in every single category. She plays massive minutes. That's not going to change in the playoffs. They'd like to put Connecticut away in this game to advance to the finals tonight, obviously, if at all possible. And she does in every single category, man. You look at her game logs. You can see 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals, 16 points. You get 3 points for every one of those blocks and steals. The time before, 4, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 22 points. The time before, 18, 5, 6 blocks, 4 steals, 19 points. That's just what she does, and it's not a fraud. You know, I always check my underlying advanced metrics hub as far as my premium content sheets are concerned, and that's why I said, I'm sure a lot of you have heard these names before because they grade out green in so many categories on my advanced metric sheets. It's ridiculous. I mean, Parker stick 11 field goals per game. She shot 45% from the field, 32.6% from behind the arc, where she shoots 4.3, 83% from the line, 2.4 times from the line per game. The rebounding metric, she's got a 17% rebound metric, a 25% assist metric. Her turnovers aren't too bad, and she's got great block and steal metrics as well with a 2.7% block metric and a 1.6% steal metric. So everything's grading out. Like, this is not fraud. What she's doing, she's been doing it all season long, and I'm expecting her to continue to do it. She's averaging 50.6 over her last 5. That's right where I have her coming in tonight. So the 41.5 line, I think she does hit the over. Pick number 1. Going to be rocking with the over 41.5 fantasy score for Candace Parker. That'll be pick number 1. Like I said, pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be a nice pace in this game with a 161.5 over-under. She's going to play lots of minutes. We kind of have a visual here as to what they've been running these ladies out there for minutes on the Chicago Sky side. Candace Parker, 33 minutes last time out. Pretty condensed usage. I mean, the starting 5 is all going to play right around 30 minutes. Parker tends to be trending towards the top end of those 30 minutes, you know, around 33, 35, etc. So that's going to be pick number 1. Pick number 2, we're going to be going to her teammate. Once again, a name that we've talked about a lot in the season, especially in the beginning of the season. She kind of dropped off a little bit, but the minutes have been back up, and this is a fantastic matchup for her because Connecticut really does not grade out too well against her position. Same can be said. Candace Parker kind of is taking on the majority of the difficult matchup, I guess you could say, well, with them ranking 3rd against her. She hasn't had a difficult time at all. And then Emma Meeseman, they grade out 11th overall against her position. So I'm not too worried about her getting slowed down this one. She's been phenomenal. And once again, she's someone that grades out really, really well in every single statistical category. She's got the blocks and steals, the points, the rebounds, assists, same thing. And I will be going with her fantasy score for that reason. She's put up 42, 32, 27 respectively the last 3 times out. She's averaging 28.6 over her last 5. 2 of those games, which they were taking on New York, where she really wasn't flourishing too much in that matchup, but she clearly has turned it on here. 32, 42 the last 2 times out. Her fantasy score line's only at 26.5. Once again, I do expect it to be pretty much Candace Parker and Miesemann leading the way as far as fantasy score is concerned for all the reasons that I discussed. They grade out well in every single category. The blocks and steals are really, really big. You get 3 points for every one of those. They also grade out really, really well in the block and steal metrics. Miesemann shoots 56% from the field. She shoots 36% from the arc. She's not a big three-point shooter, but she shoots 88% from the free throw line. She also gets those blocks and steals, like I said, in the points, rebounds, and assists. 11.3% rebound metric. She's got a 21.5% assist metric. The turnovers aren't too terrible as well, which of course is something we always have to pay attention to when it comes to fantasy. And she's got an even better block and steal metric with a 2.4% block metric, a 2.1% steal metric. So once again, the full package. I think we're getting her fantasy squad a discount, and I do have her projected over this line, as I do every single person that we're going to talk about in this video. But same thing can be said for Wnba Miesemann. Really do like this pick here. Pick number 2, going to be rocking with the over 26.5 fantasy score for Wnba Miesemann. Pick number 2. Pick number 3. We're going to be kicking on over to the other game. This is my favorite game of the night by far. We like those 2 Chicago Sky players. Just simple where their fantasy score lines are at. I think it's too low. I think they're in both spots. Once again, we talked about all those metrics. Same story can be said in this game, though. It's an even better game environment. The 167.5 over-under. These minutes are very solidified for the Aces and the Storm. We'll kick things off on the away side with the Las Vegas Aces. Once again, the Seattle Storm are in a must-win situation. But I do kind of like the opposing team a little bit more, just from a usage aspect and where their lines are set as far as how many players we're going to be going with. They're going to go with 2 on the Aces side. We're going to kick things off with Miss Chelsea Gray. She's been phenomenal. She's someone I've loved targeting all season long, and it's not going to stop here. I've got her projected way over this 33.5 fantasy score. She's averaging 42.6 over her last 5. Not quite sure why the line's so low, but hey, we ain't complaining. We'll take it. Fast up-tempo game environment. She's been phenomenal. Once again, the points, rebounds, assist metrics are really good, and she also will contribute in a big way in the steals category, which always goes a long way for those fantasy points. She got a 2.4% steal metric. 16.4% turnover metric is a little bit higher than I would like it to be, but she makes up for in other categories. 32.9% assist metric is phenomenal. Once again, she gets a bunch of steals. She can shoot the ball, and it's showing. You look at the game logs. I mean, a lot of these picks that we're talking about, it's going to reflect in the game logs. You know, we talked about Candace Parker. Obviously, Wnba Miesemann, same thing. We'll just pull her up real quick because I didn't quite pull up her game logs the last couple times, how she's getting it done. But 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, 13 points. The time before, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 2 steals, 14 points. Once again, getting the blocks and steals, those are big for the fantasy score. She's also contributing in all those other categories. You got to feel good about that. Same thing can be said for Chelsea Gray. Looking at her game logs, how is she doing it? How is she getting the job done? You can see 5 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 29 points last time out. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 19 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 block, 2 steals, 21 points. Just phenomenal. And once again, the minutes are way up. It's the playoffs. They need her in the game. She's going to play 30-plus minutes. I do have her projected well over her fantasy score line here, so we're going to stick with the fantasy once again. Like the over 33.5 fantasy score for Chelsea Gray as pick number 3. And pick number 4, we're going to kick it on down to her teammate, the next stud on the Las Vegas Aces, A'ja Wilson. She's phenomenal. She has been really, really good. And once again, I think she's going to get right up around 50 fantasy score in this particular matchup tonight. And they've only got her set at 42.5 fantasy score. She's put up 58 and 59 respectively the last 2 times out. Has absolutely crushed the line. After struggling for a little bit there, it's clear she's found her groove. I mean, she's arguably the best player in the league. I'm not going to let those 3 games prior deter me from playing her. You know, she's going to try to obviously get her team into the finals. Same can be said for all these players. The minutes are going to be way up. And once again, the underlying metrics are just absolutely phenomenal for A'ja Wilson. No surprise when you have the kind of track record that she has. 14.5 field goal attempts per game. She shoots 50% from the field. She shoots 2.3 three-pointers per game where she shoots 38% from the field, 82% from the line, 18% rebound metric, a 9.1% turnover metric. 5.9% block metric. She gets a bunch of blocks, and she's got a 2% steal metric as well, so she'll rack up the steals, as can be seen in her game logs. I mean, you got to check the underlying metrics. I always do, just to make sure it's not fraud. But I mean, at this point, we've covered this the whole season. We know we know what these players are doing. 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 3 steals, 34 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks, 33 points. She's put up 33 and 34 respectively the last 2 times out. That's been phenomenal in the scoring category. But I mean, to be quite frank, she's capable of doing this without even scoring that much in the points category at times. So we've seen her do it in the past. She's so well-rounded. Once again, a pick that I love here for the fantasy score. So pick number 4. Going to be rocking with the over 42.5 fantasy score for Asia Wilson. And pick number 5, kicking it on over to the other side, the stud player for the Seattle Storm. She's phenomenal. It's Brianna Storr. This is a no-brainer for me. Once again, she is the player that I have projected the highest in the entire slate tonight. Once again, a player that I do have projected to go over 40. These players all have a ceiling of up there, but I mean, Brianna Storr from a base projection aspect, I think she puts up 50+ tonight. Her line's only set at 44.5. She's averaging 48.5 over her last 5. She's been crushing this line. What do I need to really say? All categories. I mean, I can read them off, but it's Brianna Storr. I mean, I think at this point we've kind of established all these players are just phenomenal in all categories. Look at the game logs. Tons of minutes, upper 30s of minutes, 15 rebounds, 6 assists, 20 points. The time before, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 32 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 24 points. Every single thing that you could possibly want out of Brianna Storr, she does. I mean, her underlying metrics are just phenomenal. There's not a single weakness with her. She doesn't turn the ball over. She shoots phenomenally from inside the arc. She shoots phenomenally from outside the arc. She shoots great at the free throw line. Rebounds, assists, turnovers, steals, blocks, all look great. Even her personal foul rate is so low. There's not a single weakness. She's just so good, man. And once again, I do think she puts up 50+ fantasy points tonight. So pick number 5. We're going to be rocking with the over 44.5 fantasy score for Brianna Storr, and that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the WNBA tonight, guys. Some great semifinal games set up here. I think these are going to be fast scoring, exciting, and produce a lot of fantasy points, clearly, with these 5 ladies that I touched on through this video. So that is it. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked out the premium, you're missing out. Check that out. We got NFL, we got college football sign up. You might as well get in the VIP member package as soon as you can because you're going to get the most bang for your buck. I am trying to make this package as valuable as possible. There's going to be multiple sports going on. I don't plan on changing the price tag. I'm going to keep that right there, and the key is to just keep adding and adding value. I want it to be affordable. And anyone that invests that maybe doesn't have the biggest bankroll that has invested so far has made it back very, very quickly and then some so that they can start betting a little bigger and they can afford the package and it's not a big deal. It's a win-win. So that's the goal, trying to provide as much value as possible. And yeah, guys, I mean, excited to watch some WNBA basketball tonight. That's all for me. Wishing you all the best of luck on your props, and we will see you in the next one.